All right. Welcome to the 25th or 24th.
2 years.
2-year anniversary of the Literary Cafe Thursday night poetry disaster.
Not tonight.
Oh, it's always a disaster.
In a good way.
I don't know how many of you have the internet. Is this thing on? Oh, yeah. That music is great. What's the internet?
Well, they're these tubes.
Well, the internet was developed as a research project by the military under the name ARPANET. It was based on a protocol called TCP/IP. I'm not going to get into that.
I have paper here that you ball up and start throwing at.
Shut up, Steve. So anyway, Steve Goldberg, ladies and gentlemen, everybody give it up for Steve Goldberg. Steve is the man who arranges the readers, who arranges the psychic energies of this reading every month for the last 2 years. And as Jean was telling me last night, that's not a whole lot of time when you consider what she's had to go through. But I don't think. Jean, are you in here? Oh, yeah, she's out
in the back, yeah.
Fuck her.
Let's talk right now.
So how many of you have been here before, or haven't been here before? Mark?
Tonight.
Wow, this is like...
This is all...
Well, you haven't been to a poetry reading here before. Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Excellent.
I think you're in. You're the star.
Right. Excellent.
That's it. You know, newbies buy the first round.
No, do it. New tradition.
Yeah.
We have... the way this works is that because of Steve Goldberg, we have 2 featured readers every month. Some of them are from Cleveland. Most of them are from Cleveland. Some of them are not, as we will experience tonight, some of that. We've had several different lives in this reading. We've had Sean Mishak, who's, I believe, out back as well, who's our spiritual grandfather of the reading. He came up with the idea of the pen-pad concept here, which is we have a big stack, or not that big of a stack anymore, but a big stack of pads and a bunch of G2 gel pens up here. That I want you all to be able to just grab one of those and during the night write something. If you don't like what, you're getting bored or you drank so much that your ADD is kicked in sufficiently. And you need something. Grab one of these and write something. And then, if you write something, you have to come up here and read it. Otherwise, Steve will kick your ass. I'm in a mean mood. So yeah. Sean suggested that. We've been doing that for almost the 2 years that we've been doing this. The first year was a big deal. The second year, not so much. Not very concerned now. My contract's been renewed till 2010, so my family and I are very happy about this, as is the city of Cleveland. What do you think of the Red Sox? Yeah. That's right. When I came in here, Mark and Andy were talking about the playoffs. I'm glad they're over because I'm not drinking so much as I was when that was going on. Not that I'm not drinking, but... that's about it as far as my personal life goes. We have the legendary now Pimp Sheet. We've decided to try to bring back the readings theme, and I think tonight's theme is Magumba. Magumbos. So if any of you have Magumbos, let's see.
Doctor took it out.
I'm kidding. We're not sexist bastards. At least you
used
guys
to watch it on TV. The guy had the
the trench coat. White Sox,
Columbo.
shit like that.
Columbo. I was young. I was drinking Columbo.
There's like
Just one more.
there's this voice of New York from beyond the doors. Hey, you know what? I remember this guy.
Yeah, the missus was telling me.
This missus, he was saying that guy was over there with this guy. So tonight we do have one of our featured readers tonight. We have two, if you haven't heard yet. Is Mark Jampol. His book Music from Words is available. And they're sitting up here at the table with the wow, the list is big already, with the open mic list and the pads and pens. They're available for $12. You can give Mark the money directly. You don't have to go through a middleman.
Well, you can give it to me. I'll give it
Which
to him.
means that the $12 is not marked up, which
He'll be
means
busy chasing the girls.
it really costs that much. Which you can interpret any way you want. That could be like, well, it's cheap, or fuck, that's expensive. And it's always good if you say fuck when you're up here, by the way. So
Works good on
just to
video.
let you know.
Keeps the hits up.
Tomorrow is Art Walk. This is one of the rare occasions that Art Walk occurs the next day after the poetry reading. And at the Brandt Gallery, off-word show of Kathy Ireland
That's
Smith
the world.
and Smith Brothers and Mother Dwarf is going to be at the Brandt Gallery. Steve and Kathy are in the back room. They read last week. They read before. Wandering Hobos. They're sticking around a little bit in Cleveland before they continue on their journeys. Tomorrow night also is C. Randolph C. It's a music show at the Doubting Thomas Gallery at 9 p.m. That's down here on the corner of Jefferson and 10th.
You star.
You know, take a look at that. There's going to be a lot of weird music and yuppies right here.
Good.
The yuppies are not going to be making the weird music. No, they are. Let's just say they are. Let's just say they are for tonight. Michael Putz. Putz.
Pulse.
No, that's not Putz. That's Putz. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be hearing about this.
All I've done for you.
Michael Pultz is going to also be playing.
Look at you.
Not necessarily at the same time as Craig will be playing, as C. Randolph C. will be playing, but we'll be playing at the same night. Also, Deep Cleveland, from which Joanne Cornelius, who is another one of the featured readers tonight. Actually, she'll be reading after I'm finished reading this pep sheet. Deep Cleveland borders Strongsville,
Strongsville.
Okay, it just says Deep Cleveland borders Strongsville. And then it goes on to the event in Kent.
Right. That's another event.
When is Deep Cleveland borders Strongsville?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, that's why this. You should have put a line in there, Steve, so I could So tomorrow. No, you don't have to do it now. I know now. Oh, you ripped the page, man. You ripped the pimp sheet. Steve, you ripped the pimp sheet.
I try to help
You're a
society.
nasty man, Steve. You're a nasty man. So, yeah, Deep Cleveland tomorrow night, borders Strongsville. I have never been to a Deep Cleveland reading. I hear they're fantastic. We have gotten a lot of featured readers here from the Deep Cleveland group. Mark Kuhar, Joanne, of course.
Jim.
Miles. Dan Smith.
Dan Smith.
There's
Josh
another guy,
Gage.
Josh Gage. That's right, the guy in the purple bathrobe. Josh Gage. And then also Friday, December 7th, at 8 p.m., the North Water Street Gallery read. That's something that if you want to, if you take the time to go down to Kent, it's about a 40-minute drive. It's a fantastic reading. It's like a circle of poets. There's no order in reading. They just read, and then you read when you want to read. Nate Dragan is usually at that, which that in itself should be enough for you to go down there, even if you've never been there before.
One Saturday.
State in a row.
We're here about Saturday at Frank Gallery, 3 o'clock, a similar time.
That's right. Saturday, this Saturday, Brant Gallery, 3 o'clock. There is another reading of poets, local poets mostly. And it's a very, I've been to one, it's a very intimate thing. It's fantastic. You get a lot of good feedback. You get a lot of good conversation, and you get to read your poem. And I think sometimes there's like cheese and
Oh, they'll definitely be because it's
like
their art walk.
yeah. All the deluge of art walk is
Day old
present.
government cheese. It's really good.
Wasabi peas and shrimp chips. Yes. Miles and I were at a it was Steve's birthday party where there were semi crisp shrimp chips.
Oh yeah.
And wasabi peas.
Steve and I were eating the bugles last week.
There were bugles.
Bugle!
I was sucking
Why did
on
you
them
see
bugles
bugles?
down
Oh,
like
I
that.
love
Armageddon
those
the next
bugles.
day, man. That was good.
Let's call them by their real name. Corn cones. Salted corn cones.
Yes.
Now I'm not promising salted corn cones to anybody at the North Water Street Gallery reading or this Saturday at the Brant Gallery for that reading, but if you go down to your food distribution unit, many of them are very large, some of them are small. Usually you will find the salted corn cones. Next month, December 11, mark it down in your fucking calendar, will be, I can't depend on anything here, Roger Craik and Wendy Schaefer.
It's Roger Craik. He's got a new book out,
Roger Craik,
and he's got an English accent.
does he?
And he's in Florida tonight.
From Indiana.
Indiana.
Is he from Ball State?
Not sure, Indiana.
That's English accent.
All right. That's Pepsi. Get that away from me.
Hey, Pepsi.
He's
A couple things have been added to the pimp sheet. Let me try to remote very well. Joanne's chapbook. There's some kind of like distortion happening.
Put the cable on.
maybe it's not.
You think it's the cord? Check.
It's on electrical.
Check.
Hey, I'm off the clock, man. It's your problem.
Yes. Yeah, it's the cord.
Don't fuck with the core.
Don't touch the cord. Just leave it.
Check. Check. Wow, it is the cord. Okay, I got to replace this.
Position it.
It's tricky, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just move it around.
Well, Joanne's chapbook. Mermaid on the Edmund Fitzgerald.
It's on
How much? Is $5?
How much is that, Jen?
Yeah, in the wind.
$5? That's it?
Yeah,
That's what I want.
$5.
I'll buy one.
How much
This
is
isn't
that
for the book,
Mermaid
this is
on
for
the Edmund
before.
Fitzgerald? It's $5 now, but when the Edmund Fitzgerald goes down, it's
Here, we gotta sign
$50.
Okay.
That's right. But mine has to be better than Ray's.
And yeah, you just heard her read. So if you like the stuff,
Is that
give
last
her the
one
money.
there?
She'll give you the book.
No.
It's not. Give me that $5.
That's a man who knows what he wants.
That's it.
I want that poem in there.
Just turn it
This
and
is-
stick it in there for him.
This is something I didn't know until recently, which is Monday is Veterans Day.
You're a bit.
Sunday.
Yeah, I'm a vet, but not of a foreign war.
Domestic war?
Although I was in the military during the first Persian Gulf War. I did not serve there. I'm glad.
He
about
can be
that.
president.
But this Sunday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 12 hours, Veterans Day open mic in front of Max Backs. In case it rains. Indoors. To be announced. I think that means that if it rains, it'll be inside. If it doesn't rain, it'll be out front on the street. So you'll get to read your poetry on the street.
Where else?
If you'd like, you can go out right now and read your poetry on the street.
I'm seeing you. I want to read your poetry this week.
You could. My bag's right there. You can just pick it up and start reading. I think maybe one day we ought to just like have a free for all where everybody reads everybody else's poetry on the street. I'm not going to go over the rest of the pep sheet that you already heard because everybody here was here when I read it the first time.
Who wasn't here? Tough.
Everybody.
If you weren't here, raise your hand.
If you weren't here, go to hell. If you are here,
If you are here, raise your hand. If you're not here, raise your hand.
if you're not here, raise your hand.
I
If you'd rather be somewhere else, raise your hand.
3 sips ago.